Okay, let's start with unit 9, lesson 27. We have here at the flea market. So we're going to start with a game. I don't know if you can see. It says guess the word. Can you guys tell me letters? Letters like A, B, C. You tell me letters. Which ones? You can participate.
Letter C.
You see, no letter C. Let's have the first. Any other letter? Letter.
Letter B.
Nope, no letter B.
Letter A.
We have letter A, yes. Anyone? A letter?
Flea market.
Yes, flea market. We're going to talk about flea markets. So here we have unscrambled sentences. You need to organize the sentences. So you have it outside. The first one is, it is a market taking place outside. Is the definition. We're talking about the definition for flea markets. Okay. People usually sell cheap and not new merchandise and possessions in good state. Then we have a video. We're going to watch a video about flea markets. So just listen, guys.
Why in the world do people call outdoor markets that sell secondhand goods flea markets? Flea markets were in fact named after fleas.
So now, what did you learn about the video? So it started in France. What else? Okay, now let's move on to the next part. It says brainstorm idea. So what objects, things, or items do you see? What kind of things do you see? In this part, you are going to work in breakout rooms. Yes. Now in this part, can you tell me, guys, what objects do you see? Things or items do you see? Anyone can tell me?
Glass.
Like glass cup? Glasses is like this. And this is a glass cup.
Go.
We say plates, cups. What else? Now, let's go to the book, page 126. Is there anything that looks interesting to buy? What? Anyone can tell me? Is there anything or something interesting to buy? Aldrich, how much would you pay for a plate?
I guess I would pay like 20 pesos or something like that.
Pesos maybe. What kinds of things people sell at the flea market? Now, we're going to listen to the conversation between Tom and Barbara in the flea market.
Excuse me, would you mind telling me if you've got any scarves?
We need to know a definition of a stall holder. Do you remember? And pound. Can you read the definition?
Stall holder, a person who rents or owns a stall about.
Okay, now that we listen, can you tell me where are they? Now here it says, look at the pictures. What are those items? Do you remember the name of these items? What is this one? Do you remember? The first item. Anyone knows? Do you remember? What are those items? What are the scarf? What is the second one?
Hat.
You have here the pronunciation scarf, right? Remember, don't say a scarf, it's scarf. Then
Scarf.
we have, what is this? This is a woolly hat, right? Eso está bien. Okay, how much are they? How much would you pay for each item in Mexican pesos, in country's currency? Anyone? How much would you pay? How much would you pay for a woolly hat? I would pay, you can say. How much would you pay for a woolly hat?
I will pay for $3 for a scarf.
Okay, 60 pesos is good, or do you think it's expensive? Okay, now we're gonna listen to the first conversation and you need to find what they say in the gaps, in the black part. Now listen.
Excuse me, would you mind telling me if you've got any scarves?
Okay, now the first part, what did you listen? It says, great, how much for the scarf? Can someone read? It says £5. And the hat, what is missing in this part?
3 pounds.
£3. And that's £8 in total. That's a little expensive. I want to buy both. So now we're gonna go to a breakup room and we're going to answer the questions. What did they say to ask if they have got any scarves? The next one, did Thomas pay 7? Now that we discussed in the breakout rooms, can you guys tell me what did they say to ask if they have got any scarves? What was the piece of information that we need here?
Excuse me, would you mind telling me if you have any scarves?
Yes, would you mind telling me if you have got any scarves? Now that we answer the questions, we have two questions.
Would you mind telling me how much do you?
Would you mind telling me how much do you want for it? What is the difference between these two? Do you know? One is polite, no? And the other is normal question. Okay. How much do you want is very direct. What is the difference between these two questions? Yes, it's the same. The answer for this question is, what is the difference between these two is one question has would you mind and the other could you. Do you see? So could you and would you mind? If we want to be polite, we can use would you mind and could you. Okay. If we want to be polite, we can use would you mind and could you. Okay. Okay, what happens after the verb tell? In the first one. What happens after the verb tell?
Se le agrega el ing.
Exactly. The answer is that one question uses the ing form. Okay. And the other uses the infinitive. Here. Tell, infinitive, and ing form in orange. Okay. Now, is there a change in meaning? No. Okay. Both questions are requests and both sound polite. So now in this part, give me a discount. Can you tell me what is the polite form? You can use the structures. Could you or would you mind? Can you tell us, Aldrich, what is the first one?
For the first one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for the first one, I will say,
First,
would you mind giving me a discount?
would you mind giving me a discount? Now in the chat, I will give you an online activity to do. Now in the chat, I will give you an online activity to do. You guys write S for the seller and C for the customer, okay? Next to next to each, let me see, each sentence. And then we're going to number, okay, the conversations sections in the correct order. All right, guys, thank you for coming to the class, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.